Alright YouTube, welcome back. Jesse's World. Today I got something new that I'm really excited about. I've been doing some work on a buddy from work's vehicles over the last couple of days. I replaced rotors and brake pads and spark plugs and a whole bunch of other stuff on a couple of his vehicles, and diagnosed a few issues, and in exchange for doing all of the work, instead of paying me to do the work, he gave me a truck. This is it, guys. This is the new to me 1997 Chevy K1500 that he traded me in exchange for all of the work that I did on his vehicles. I guess it was probably about, if I would put it in a dollar amount, I probably did about $600 or $700 worth of work on the vehicles at a mechanic's rate or whatever. Diagnosed a few issues and different things like that. It's not perfect. It has classic body rot issues, but it does run, drive, stop, and it's not the worst I've ever seen. The frame is in decent condition. The back half of the frame definitely a little rougher than the front half, but it's all there. There's no big holes. It's not rotted in half. It definitely needs cleaned as well, like that big old glob of mud in there. But it's a truck, you know, it was used for truck things. So this is probably going to be the first video out of many that I'm going to shoot for this truck. I'm going to try to bring it back around. I'm not going to try to restore it because I don't have, well, I don't think I have the skills or ability necessarily to do all that, but I am going to fix a bunch of stuff on it. This passenger side window, the motor works, but the window is kind of stuck right here in the corner and it won't go down right. Probably just going to take these off. That one's broken. I don't even know if there is one on the other side. No, that one still has one. The wipers work. The engine stays cool. The engine was rebuilt. I think he said probably less than 40,000 miles ago. It has MB wheels on it. They are 255/70/16s, and this one needs replaced. Don't get me wrong, it's not down below the tread, but it's getting there. The other three are in much better shape, so I need to get one tire. Paint is, well, what the paint would be for a truck that's from 1997. That puts it at 27 years old. Yeah, 27 years old. Like I said, the other tires are in better shape, but still need to be replaced eventually. I mostly wanted the truck because I have things that I would like to do around the house. Like I need to fix my shed. You guys saw for anybody who watched my PS720 pole saw video, I cut some limbs off of the tree that was hanging from my neighbor's yard into my yard and was ruining the back of the roof of my shed because they were hitting it and they were scraping across it, and it knocked the shingles off, and the wood's rotting now. I got to replace that. It's kind of hard to fit plywood in the Sebring. So yeah, like I said, this is first video of many coming. First thing I think I'm going to do is get the pressure washer out, and I am going to just hit all of the body panels and the bed. I'm going to get the bed cleaned out. Thanks TJ for being willing to do this. It's going to change my life. You have no idea how much. But anyway, these shingles he had laying in his garage and didn't want them, wanted to get rid of them, so he threw them in the bed of the truck, and I can use them to fix the shed. So again, thanks for that too. But I'll get the shingles out of there, get the pressure washer set up, and I'm gonna get this thing clean. can't do anything with it as far as like taking it out on the road right now because it's currently Saturday and the BMV was only open until 12:30 today, and I didn't get the title from him until I think it was like 4. I got the title from him about 3:30, something like that. Yeah, and so the BMV was already closed, and so I could not go and get it registered for the road yet. So I figure I might as well start cleaning it up instead. Good, you can still see. I'll move you over here. Well, let's see. Can you still see? Yeah, you can still see. Maybe a little dirty here. Let's clean this lens off. All right. That is where we are at with it. It was so caked full of mud. I mean, the mud was literally up to the top of all of the ridges throughout the whole thing. It's still not perfect. There's still some dirt over there in the corner. I tried to get most of it out, but it just kept coming out of places. But it looks way better than it did. My driveway, on the other hand, I cannot say the same about my driveway. My driveway. There's like I can slip on that and fall. It's about, I would say, half-inch deep puddle or a pile of mud that came out of the back of it there. So I'll try to rinse that out into the street here in a little bit, but I want to get the rest of it cleaned up too. Long way to go. Alright, I sprayed it down. I definitely need to hit it with some windshield cleaner, glass cleaner, and get it actually clean. That's just kind of trying to spray off some of the stuff that I put on it by cleaning the bed out, which I knew was going to happen, which is why I did the bed first. I got the wheels and tires sprayed down pretty good. Don't look half bad on there. And I got a lot of this interior done in here. Sprayed everything off pretty well. Same up front. Wheels and tires and some of the interior pieces in here. So I'm just going to go through and do that to the rest of the truck. You guys get the gist. I don't want this to be a super long video. So I'm going to put you on hyperlapse and we'll get through it quickly. Alright, well, that does it for just pressure washing it off, just to get a lot of the grime and stuck on stuff off that was on it. I'm going to hand wash it and try to get it to look a little bit nicer as far as the paint goes. I'm covered in mud. I know it's probably hard to see, but I've got mud caked all up my arms. And same thing on this arm. I expected it though. I went and grabbed my old crappy shoes that are falling apart, because even though I knew that they were going to get wet, I didn't want my good shoes to get wet. But yeah, it's a truck, guys. I'm going to try to dress it up and make it look a little bit better. But even though, you know, like I pressure washed these tires and they're not dry rotted, but they are very dirty still. Like it's like they're sun-baked or whatever. So I'm gonna try to clean that stuff up. That one's okay for now. This one needs replaced. The other two are okay for now. They still have a little bit of tread on them, but this one, I don't know if this one was doing like a one wheel peel or something. Kind of looks like it was, maybe, because I can see like lines in it from where it was on the pavement. Probably doing a one wheel peel. before I call the end of this video, go over a lot of the issues that it has. Body rot is clearly a bit of an issue, but you know, I knew it's going to have some issues. I just wanted something with a good frame. This door panel is not quite attached, probably because somebody tried to fix this window. This window doesn't roll down currently. When you try to roll it down, this side tries to go down, that side just kind of stays stuck in place, like almost like it's actually stuck in place. So I'm gonna have to take this window off. This clip is missing, the corner piece right here is missing, the door piece for the handle right here is missing on both sides. I don't know, is that a plug or something? Probably just a plug that was missing. This mirror, while I think it still works fine. This one's all right for now. This mirror over here, as you can see, it's got some issues. So it needs a new driver's side mirror. It's nice to see that it didn't get wet in here. So the door seals are working all right. This seat is bad. So this seat needs replaced. I'll work on getting one of those. The center console cup holder is missing and it's dirty in there. I think that's fine. Dirty, but it's fine. Let's see, what else have I discovered? The seat belt. I need to get the seat belt fixed because the lower retractor doesn't retract. I don't know if I can take this apart and get it off there and figure out what's wrong with it, or if I just need to get a new one. There's a pair of vice grips attached to the bottom of the seat over there, and I believe that's how you get the seat to fold up and down, or you spin that little knob and seat makes it to where the seat can fold up and down. That seat belt in the corner is also broken. It does not go in up there. The headliner, well, you can see it. The plastic shroud around the headliner section up there is missing. The AC does come on and engages and everything. I think it just needs Freon. The R134A is what it takes, so I will get some of that and try it. I had a little bit in one can and it just wasn't enough. It did start taking it and didn't seem like it was losing what it had taken out of that can. So I'm hopeful that it will it'll refill and it'll be usable again. The glove box, let's see, leaves a lot to be desired. So I have to figure out what's going on with that. And it looks like just need pressed on there. I don't know, I'll have to figure that out. I mean it's in there now, but I don't know, it doesn't something doesn't line up right. Something doesn't line up the way it's supposed to. At least locks and stays locked. The interior needs cleaned, so I am probably more than likely going to gut the interior out completely and clean everything and then put it all back. I might not take the dash out. Dash would be a big job, but as far as all the rest of it goes, I think I might take all of the seats, back seats, all of the plastic pieces and shrouds and everything off, take it all off of there and get it all cleaned up and then put it back. All of the little caps are missing for all of these things. The visor on that side is missing. Oh, the visor on both sides is missing. My bad. Didn't notice. So both visors are missing. Dome light works. See, I think that's a temperature gauge in the mirror. Let's see here. Come here, keys. Try and get the keys out of my pocket. I've got a CD player and a tape deck. Wow, fancy. Oh, okay, so it's a compass. Four-wheel drive system kicked in without any problems. Huh. So I think the transfer case is working. Like I said, the blower motor does kick on, but I think it needs refrigerant. And it blows pretty good too. Oh yeah, there's the heat. Heater works. Seems to work pretty good. But everything needs cleaned. And like I said, there's definitely some stuff that needs replaced and or fixed. But like I said, instead of actually paying me to do the work on his cars, TJ just bartered with me to trade the truck for the work on the cars, and I definitely appreciate that, TJ. You have no idea what it means to me. I know it's not it's not fancy, but I don't need fancy. I need capable, and I definitely think this truck is capable. So as you can see, it starts right up. It hasn't stammered or stumbled yet. Starts right up. And that's it. Oh, the back seats. I didn't notice that. Okay. So the back seat's torn too. Not surprising. Alright. That's it, guys. I'm going to get to work on this truck. I'm going to move it somewhere that I can leave it for a little while so that I can start tearing apart the interior. I want to get this carpet cleaned and get the seats and everything out of it, and I got to make sure that where I park it, I can leave it for a while, which obviously that'll be in my driveway. I'm going to get the driveway cleaned up and get all the mud out of it before I do that. So part one of fixing the things that are broken and or messed up on my new truck is the passenger window. The passenger window would not go down. It did not want to, it went down like half an inch and then got stuck. So it's currently in pieces. Let's see here. Yeah, it's in pieces. There's a speaker. There's some of the screws and stuff over there on the floor. Here's a window switch. So this is the inside of the door, between the inside where you would see and the outside skin. And this is the track for the window. Now the motor works. There's nothing wrong with the motor. I plugged the motor back in after I got it off and ran it all the way up and down the little gear there, and it makes full, like goes all the way through the whole motions with no issues. The problem is this. So this arm is supposed to be parallel with that, and that little ball is supposed to be on this little roller track thing here. It's a bit twisted. So what I am going to do is I am going to run to Harbor Freight and they have a little container of assorted nuts and bolts, because if this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to buy a new one of these anyway, and gonna have to do this anyway. But this is riveted on. Right, there's one, and then there's two more, one right here and then one on the back side here. So this is riveted on, and I'm going to replace the rivets with bolts in case this ever happens again. But I'm going to go purchase the assorted nuts and bolts container so I can try to find the proper size that will fit on there. I'm going to drill out those rivets, pop this off, and do my best to bend this pretzel looking thing back into shape. That is my goal. I would try to take this apart, but it doesn't look like it comes apart. So I have to do it while it's all together still, and try not to mess it up even more. The end goal is that this arm is up here kind of running parallel with this piece, because this piece actually looks like it's still straight, and that this piece is running parallel, like straight across parallel, and that ball fits in there, and that whenever I run this window motor, that tracks up and down that track and doesn't get stuck or pop out. Also, that these are kind of, those rollers are kind of even, because they're kind of not right now. Alright, well, it's about 2 hours later, I think, and I've already got this put back together. I drilled out the rivets that were holding the actuator in there, the little scissor actuator that goes on the slides. Drilled the rivets out, and I took it off, and between my hammer, a couple of crescent wrenches, and my vise, I was able to basically bend all of the twisted and bent bars back into place. And this is the result. Window goes down, window goes up, and it's not even all that slow. I mean, it's not as fast as new cars nowadays, but this is probably, well, actually it is the original motor and the original scissor arm apparatus for the window that came in this truck in 1997, and so I'm happy with it. Couple things: there's supposed to be a light for the door right here, for this little for that, and there is no light. It's missing. This is bent all to hell. This was supposed to be like an alignment pin that goes in. All of the mounting clips for the door panel are either broke off or missing, except for this one. This is the only one that is still there, so I need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to get 8 door pad mounting clips. While I'm at it, I might as well get a new door or door pad. The reason I say that is because there's a big old hole right there where this piece is supposed to go to mount the door to this spot right here. So what I'm going to do, since this one is broken, this one is not, but this one is missing one of these, I'm going to have to take this one off of here, move it over here, and use the back one to mount that door handle on there. It's best I can do for now, until something changes. And this piece here, there was a drywall screw in it. Somebody put a drywall screw in it. So, yep, let's get the door put back together, and that'll be it. This repair is done. I now have a fully functioning passenger window, and it didn't cost me anything, but I went to Harbor Freight and I picked up a Storehouse 240-piece nut and bolt assortment. I think it was like $9.99, and it comes with all of these nuts and bolts. And I used the 1/4 by 3/4. That's the one that I used, the 1/4 by 3/4. While I was there, I went ahead and picked up some self-drilling sheet metal screws because I have a feeling I might need some of those. Automotive plastic fasteners kit, because not only does this truck, I'm sure, need some of these, but my Sebring needs some of them. And an O-ring kit. I got the O-ring kit for, see, resistant to heat, high and low temperature, air, water, petroleum products, and all that stuff. Hydraulic fluids, yeah. So I got this one. This was also like, I think it was like $8.99 or something like that. So like $9, because the O-ring in my pressure washer, is this the side or is it the other one? It's the other side. The O-ring in my pressure washer. Oh, come on, turn the light on here. You can see right there, the O-ring is split, and so the whole time that the pressure washer is turned on and there's water running through it from the garden hose, that end continually leaks water on the ground. So hopefully I can find an appropriate size O-ring in there to replace that one that's bad. I am going to wipe down the door panel, kind of clean it up a little bit on the inside, wipe down the inside of the door pad or the door card or whatever you want to call it, and clean it up a little bit, move that piece over and to here, and then put it back together. All right, everybody, that's going to be an end of this video. I'm finally getting a chance to edit it, to upload it, and realized that I did not record an ending to the video. So you've seen the truck, you know how I got it, you know some of the issues I'm dealing with, and you've seen me fix the passenger side window. One more thing, if you guys would like to support the channel, subscribing to the channel is the best way to do that. I now have a Patreon account. If you would like to be a Patreon member and support the channel in another way, please do so. I'll have the link provided down in the description. I love you guys. Hopefully some of my videos give you some things to look forward to, or things you can do to bring your vehicles back to life or back around. And I guess I'll just see you guys on the next one. Have a good night. Like, share, subscribe. See you next time.